Good morning everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. Today we are back in my front yard and we are back getting some of this mulch in and doing some of the the bones of the garden stuff, just getting everything ready for the season to get going. So when Jason and I were at the landscape supply place, we also found some stepping stones, and let me show you here. Okay, so here we are in the front of my house, and if you guys can see this black fence right here, this is where I plan to plant my dahlias this year. Well, the majority of my dahlias this year. I'm gonna put some in my cut flower garden, but I think most of them are gonna go right here, which I think will be perfect because that's kind of a high point in my yard, so it'll be a beautiful focal point with all the different heights and the different colors and everything like that. The problem is getting up to that area. There's no way to get up to that area without stepping on a bunch of plants. So my thought was to put kind of like just a really basic stepping stone pathway, kind of going from here and then coming up towards the dahlias, towards the fence, and then kind of going around there like that. So I have access to the dahlias, and if anybody wants to go up and take a closer peek at the dahlias, they'll be able to get there without stepping on other plants. So I just thought that this was a perfect area. I could lash the dahlias to the fence right there, and if they even get taller than that, I can zip tie a bamboo stake, like a 6-foot bamboo stake to it, and then that can support the dahlias. So I just think it'll be a really perfect spot. So for this morning, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of clean out this area, put the stepping stones in, and then cover it with some mulch. I do have I planted some tulips right in this area, and you can see that they're starting to come up. So I'm probably gonna have to either just, forego those or dig them up and move them to another place. I'll see how hard it is. There's one right there as well. Okay. So I'll have to see how hard it is to kind of move everything. This is some verbena, some white verbena. I can't remember the name right now. I'll put it on the screen. And I'll just kind of cut that back. And then this is some lemon coral sedum that I'm doing the hedge all along this way. I'll just, cut a break in it and then just transplant it over to a kind of a bare area over there. And so that's my plan for today. Let me show you guys the stepping stones. Here's the back of the car. The landscape company wouldn't deliver these, so we had to take these home ourselves, but it wasn't too bad. So we got 12 of these. I'll put on the screen what they're officially called. They were 25 bucks each, so not cheap, but I wanted something kind of nice, so that because I'm planning to leave this stepping stone pathway there for a long time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna clean out the area and then put this mulch kind of all over and kind of just prepare the dahlia bed. And just a quick update of the cut flower garden. You can see my anemones. I'm never sure if I'm saying that right. They are looking absolutely gorgeous. They are lasting so long. Here's a black spot. Here's another black spot. And this is, I guess, technically a black spot, but it's red. There's some pink ones over there, and then there's the Mr. Fockers right there, the blue ones. Isn't that gorgeous? Just love that color. So those are nice, beautiful blooms. The ranunculus isn't here yet. I don't even really see any buds, honestly, at this point. But I'll keep an eye out, and everything looks really good. Okay, so I'm clearing a pathway, and one of the things I didn't think about is all the drip irrigation that I'm gonna have to kind of move around. So I'm having Jason help me bring these stepping stones over. We will place them, and then I'll figure out what drip I have to move. And luckily the stepping stones aren't gonna be right next to each other, so I can probably kind of just slip this in between each one of them, but it's gonna be stuff like this that I'm gonna have to change, readjust, and put in different places. I think we have them all laid out the way we want them. I wish you guys could smell the lavender right here. Smells so good. It smells like I'm in like a lavender shop or something like that. So I think that guy's about to bloom. It smells wonderful. Okay, so going up this pathway, here they are. We just placed them just so we could know where we want them. I didn't want them straight. I didn't want them perfect. So they're far enough apart so you can kind of step on them. And then the dahlias are going to be all along here, about 18 inches. I had to go around this purple fountain grass. Obviously it's gonna kind of come over and cover it a little bit, but that'll be okay. I think that will be pretty. And then we can come all the way down here. Again, not straight on purpose. And you can see plenty of room for the dahlias right along the fence. And then if you just take it, we took it down. They're a little wobbly right now. And then down into the lawn. So turning around, you guys can see just like that. Doesn't that look good? You like it? Looks great. Okay, so now what we have to do is kind of dig out the bark, make sure that there's no drip or irrigation or plants underneath each one of them, and kind of settle them in. So we've got them all placed where we wanted and mostly level. I'm not worried too much about it because obviously this is supposed to be loose, not like a perfectly straight line, which is on purpose because I think that would be too hard with the little hill that we have right here. So now all we're gonna do is we're gonna rake up some of this old bark and then replace some new mulch over it, and then it should be done. It should be really pretty. And then what I want to do is I want to show you guys all the dahlias that I have all along here. I have pictures of all of them, so I'll put them up on the screen just so you can see what my plans are and the colors and all that kind of stuff. You can see the irrigation is kind of a mess. We just picked it up and pushed it off to the side, so I'll have to go back and I'll have to fix all of that, tack it all down, take out the ones that I don't use anymore. See, like this one. I use this one, but I just got to tack it down. Okay, so this took way longer than I had planned. There was also some people stopping by and I was talking to them. And so I have to go to work. So I am not gonna have enough time to put the mulch down today. I'll have to do that another day. One of my neighbors even stopped by and gave me some oranges, which is so sweet. But you can see we've got the stepping stones all laid, and I'm really happy with the trajectory of the path. I like that it's not perfectly straight, but it's still straight enough that I'll be able to get to all the dahlias that I'm going to plant here. And then I figured before I put the new layer of mulch down, I wanted to make sure that I put my drip tubing down for the dahlias. So this is 1/4 inch drip with emitters every 6 inches. And I'm obviously not going to plant my dahlias every 6 inches. I'm going to do every 18 inches. But this is what I had, and I wanted to do it so that it had plenty of water, especially because this is a high spot in my yard and it dries out really quickly. So I've got that all put in, made a little bit of a mess out of it as I was doing it, as you guys saw, but that's all finished. You can see that's my limelight hydrangea that I cut back, and yeah, so it looks really, really nice. I'll do the mulch tomorrow. I'll probably put that in another video so you guys can see, but you know, just doing these bones of the garden stuff, you know, the stuff that you do before you start planting. It's important, and this is the perfect time to do it. Okay, so real quick before I run off to work, let me show you guys the dahlias that I'm planning to plant along that black fence area. Okay, we're inside my kitchen right now, and let me just show you guys. I printed all my dahlias that I ordered and have on these you know, just on a word processing program on my computer, and then put the pictures next to them. But I'll put the pictures on the screen so you guys can see it better. But I want you guys to think that this little grouping is going to be in my cut flower garden. And so for those, I have Arabian Nights, which is a decorative, Arbitax, which is a new one from Longfield Gardens, and that's a decorative, Lavender Perfection, Dinner Plate, Mingus Alex, Dinner Plate, which is a dark one, along with Arabian Nights, Lifestyle, which is an anemone version, so a little short one, but I think that will look cute in the cut flower garden, Lady Darlene, and then also Blue Boy, which is decorative, and Lady Darlene is a dinner plate as well. So those are going to go in the cut flower garden on the side, and then in my dahlia patch, which, you know, I basically think of it as here's the black fence right here, and then here's the stepping stone area that I just put. So they're just going to go right in between. And so just starting here, we have the Wizard of Oz, which is a pom-pom. We have White Perfection, dinner plate, Kelvin Floodlight, which is a dinner plate, Creme de Cassis, decorative, Black Touch, decorative, Cafe au Lait, the one that we all know and love, which is a dinner plate, Franz Kafka, which is a pom-pom, Lilac Time, which is a dinner plate, Mystery Day, which is a decorative, Lake Tahoe, which is a decorative, Tasuki Yori no Shisha, however you say that, that's a cactus, Thomas Edison, dinner plate, and then a Luna Claire Obscure, which is a cactus. So my goal was just to have a mix of colors, a mix of sizes, a mix of styles, so it will be, I think it'll be beautiful on that black fence. And that's the highest part in my yard. So I really think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's not planting exactly, but it still is getting prepared to plant and getting prepared for spring. Obviously didn't finish my plans for today with getting the mulch down, but that shouldn't take too much time. I'll try and do it later today when I get home, or maybe even tomorrow when I'm doing some other stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you all have a wonderful day and have a chance to get out in your garden today. And I will see you in another video very soon.